I'd like to sort of summarise by ending with the last situation in Kefalonia. I employed somebody to help me build my house, and he was an English person, down on his luck, not earning any money. So I said to him, okay, give me a price and I'll give you the work. And I gave him thousands and thousands of euros. But I was buying some ceiling fans in England and sending them over to Kefalonia. And with some garden material, some sheeting that covers to stop weeds coming through. Anyhow, I paid him 12,000, and he contacted me and said, you owe me another 150. And I said, where? You've only given me a bill for 12,000, and I've approved that, but it's a bit petty asking for 150 euros after 12,000 euros. He said, well, you owe me it. And I said, well, all you've got to do is prove it to me, write it down or prove it where I owe you, and I'll pay you it. So this went on backwards and forwards, and he wouldn't do any more work on the house until I paid him the 150. I went to Kefalonia and I called him up and said, I can't find my fans and sheeting and he said, no, I've got them in a secret place, and until you pay me the 150, I'm not going to release them to you. I said, I better meet you then. So he told me where he was working, and I met him. And this is only a few years ago. I was 6 then, and I just lost my I lost my patience with him. My adrenaline was so wired up. I got out of the car and I said, where's my materials? He said, I'll tell you when I see the 150. And it was, as we say, a red flag to a bull. I was really annoyed. I got hold of him. I must have ejected him back a couple of metres with the push that I gave him. He didn't back down, and I didn't back down, but what I'd done was I grabbed him, pinned him to the car that I was in, and said, take me to where the materials are, I'll give you your 150. And he looked at me and he said, you're just a bully. And I wondered about this a lot, and I thought, was I being a bully? I don't know. It was the straw, as they say, that broke the camel's back, wasn't it? I paid him much more than 12,000. 12,000 was just one segment. There was an 8,000 segment. There was lots, but over 150 euros. I lost my patience and I lost my temper. I went back to the dojo and I looked at O-Sensei's picture and said, I'm sorry, O-Sensei, I cannot come up to the art and the wishes that you wanted. I cannot love the enemy, and I am me. I am no better now than the 20-year-old thug. And I realised that I'd been living a dream from, I don't know, let me think. Well, at least 40 years, I suppose, perhaps more, perhaps 45 years of doing Aikido, and all I'd become was a person that could lose their patience and lose their temper and resort back to grabbing someone and using my power, and obviously a lot more power than just strength, but to handle somebody much bigger than myself. He was much bigger than myself. But to drag him and toss him around made me ashamed of myself. So I just wanted to share this with my Patreons. In time it will go out to the public. So try to become as good as you can, but try not to have the illusion or be disillusioned that Aikido will give you something that your genes will not allow you to be. Aikido has given me a great deal, and I love it today as I did when I first started. But I also realise that I personally cannot be what O Sensei hoped for us. Can you?